So I just ran out and got a handful of green beans, and I'm going to use them in our pasta. Cut the ends off of these, and I'll probably then cut them in half at a diagonal. Matter of fact, at the same diagonal that the bean goes. Wherever like this diagonal comes right here, I'm gonna cut it like that. Well, I'm gonna cut all the ends off, but I'm gonna cut it like how this goes like that. I'm gonna cut the slant like this to match the tail of each green bean. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, they're so pretty. When I first took some to Mr.'s family, his sister just looked at them all, and she said, "This is so." And then she toiled to find a word that means fresher than fresh, because no, you never see this green beans like this. Never in a store. So when I'm sharing them, I do give them a rinsing off. That since they're beans, they're easy to clean, and I give them a good rinsing off. But I leave these ends on so that they can cut them themselves. Because the most prep that I would do is blanching them, and I'm not even doing that. I haven't even blanched for other people. I'll pick the fresh peas and rinse them off, and that's all you get. But you get fresh beans, and you get to do what you want to them and prepare them however you want. I strongly recommend you get yourself that experience one way or another. Whether you know someone who grows or you grow it yourself, which I thoroughly recommend, because along with it will come some life lessons. Some lessons that will literally carry you through life. I hate when you put a wine glass in the dishwasher and it comes out of the dishwasher with that watermark. And the watermark happens to be shaped like a lip print. So I feel like I'm drinking after the dishwasher goes. I know what you're saying. Bitch, don't you wipe that clear before you pour something in it and go to drinking? Well, in general, I do, but I didn't this time, and I probably there will be another time that I won't. I would never do that for Mr. or company, and obviously, if I wouldn't do it for Mr., I certainly wouldn't do it for company. If company ever becomes a thing again after our new normal, our new world normal. Do y'all ever think about the people that you told all this would unfold? You ever think about what those people are doing? I know some of you know what they're doing, because what they're not doing is coming back to you and say, "Girl, I owe you an apology." Even though they don't owe you an apology, it's just them being accountable for telling you to. But they would have to be, in order to do that, they would have to think other things themselves, and they won't do that. Yeah, because that would prompt them to question other things that they're not prepared to question. So, and don't hold your breath for them motherfuckers to show up talking about something. You said it. Which pretty much means that they're going to fall for some more okie doke. And they need to be justified in falling for it. So if they admit that they got suckered in plain sight this time, then they'll look super goofy next time. They don't want that. You know, colonization requires entitlement. You got to lose a war and then strut around like a peacock, like you, and give a victory dance like you won, even if you got annihilated. Confederacy problems. I just put it in one of my little bottles of water. Perked right up. I meant to have it in here for like salads and what have you, but I never got around. Let's experiment. So let's see what happens. We're just gonna cut this the roots off, most of the roots. Still have a little bit. And then we're gonna stick this bitch right back in here and see what she does. We wanna see you be great, girl. Don't stop. Get it good. That didn't taste good. It tastes like it needs the nutrients of the dirt. Is it bitter when it goes to seed? I don't like the way that tastes. So I'm gonna throw it away. But I did have another branch outside. Other purslane that I harvested and I don't know what I did with, but it's out there somewhere. It's probably in a raised bed sitting up there. We've got a new sprig. It tastes like nothing. In case you ever wonder what purslane tastes like. That's why I don't generally cook with it. In terms of ingredient, use it as an ingredient, I use it as a raw ingredient, like in salad. And because if you have them sprinkled around in your salad, then you don't get the succulent goo flavor. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut this as if we starting over. Stick that in. We'll just leave that in there to sprinkle in different things. Now the peppermint, interestingly enough, got stronger when I put it in indoors. That's so pretty. Let me take a picture. Because that's what we do in this world now. Take a picture. Take a picture, bitch. You ever tell somebody that was staring you that? Take a picture, it'll last longer. Just my smart ass mouth. These were the loose leaves I was going to just put in there loose. Maybe twist them a little to release some oils and put them in there, but I decided not to because I wanted to be able to see the pretty leaves as I drink. It just gave it an aroma that, it just gave it a deep cherry plum aroma. The mint kind of plumified it. Anyway, I have a couple of calls to make. I don't want to do it, but it's not because I don't want to do it. It's just because y'all know. Y'all know. Y'all know.
And wifey, and then dude, you just hit the decline button.
It's
okay. That's alright. That's good.
Okay.
So good. I love you though. I love you too. How you gonna shush me? You shush me. I'm calling you to be courteous so you can get your phone, and then, you know, I was gonna be like, hey, baby, you know, hey, wifey, and then you just hit the decline button. It's okay. That's alright. That's good. I didn't miss you. So good. I love you though. I love you too.
We so stupid. Oh, I'm finna be so hot though.